right? We got tears all around. We got laughter, we got tears. We're all feeling it. Thank you, ladies. I am so honored to be among you. Your next reader is me. Laurie has some Pomeranz. Let me read to you a little something about me. Laurie Hessen Pomeranz is a San Francisco-based therapist who works with teenaged boys. It's as fun as it sounds. It's crazy. She also performs with local Tot Rockers, Charity and the Jam Band, and moonlights as a jewelry stylist. Props to everyone tonight who's rocking their jewelry that they've bought from me at some bass party or another, or non-bass party. And she is a diehard baseball fan. She finished chemo the day after the Giants won the 2010 World Series. Woohoo! And let me tell you, it was quite a celebration. Tonight I'm going to... What?
In an orange wig.
In an orange wig, yes, of course. Thank you, Erin. So I'm going to read to you, I am not going to read to you the title story because I want you to have something to, yeah, just read it when you get home. Tonight I'm going to read a story to you called Torture by Nursery Rhyme. Let me find it. I don't know what page it's on. Does anyone? Thank you. Okay, this is a story called Torture by Nursery Rhyme, written in March of 2012. Here we are, 4 days into my latest hospitalization. This breast infection situation is pretty crazy. I've spent 18 of the last 90 days in the hospital, all to save a fake boob. I'm over it. Yesterday, the doctor talked me through the likelihood of having to lose the implant that he put in 3 months ago. I've never seen anything like what I looked like yesterday. Think Dolly Parton. Now think Dolly Parton on fire. Most of the day was spent in tears. I was grateful, though, to enjoy 2 peaceful, tearful hours with my friend Kristen, who drove up from Santa Cruz to anoint me with rainwater, cover my body in flowers, sweep away bad energy, and cultivate healing by fanning me with a bundle of sage and an owl's wing, while she sang Native American songs to me and rubbed my feet with coconut butter. It was unlike anything I have ever experienced, and it was profoundly funky and totally cathartic. I love my friends and all the unique ways that they reach out to support me. Thank you to my friends who are here tonight. Just have to say that. Thank you. This morning, my doctor and I were pleasantly surprised to see that the drugs seemed to have finally kicked into action during the night. Did the owl's wing do the trick? The swelling has come down significantly. Less Dolly, more Laurie. Less fire, more embers. Yesterday, amidst my tears and grief and panic over the thought of losing my breast again, I entertained myself with gallows humor, imagining my future move to a cabin in Montana next to Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. I'd be Laurie Pomeransky, the Unaboober. Hunkered away in isolation, I would write my manifesto, or in this case, my manabresto. That's not funny, that's sick, I realize, but it's how insane this feels sometimes. I'm feeling like Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, who stayed in bed for years at a time. I'm ready to get up and click my heels and bust a move. One of the really sweet, funny residents came in the other morning and saw the crazy fortress, that I have built in here, which involves an inordinate amount of pillows on all sides of me. He said, "I understand we have a pillow shortage on the 5th floor. Now I see why." At least it's comfy and bright in here. I've done nothing but lie in this bed for days, with 2 quick walks around the 5th floor. It's way too depressing out there, so I run back to my room. I have played 5 bajillion games of Words with Friends. I fear that if I am not released soon, my iPhone may actually fuse with the skin on my right hand. My room has an altar. It's a hospital shelf, but it makes a fine altar. It's full of flowers, Mardi Gras beads, drawings from my friends' kids, my Stuart Hall wrestling t-shirt that says "Never Quit," my giant sweatshirt, the jar of rainwater that Kristen painted me with, letters, cards, and a stuffed Mickey Mouse holding a baseball bat. A hospital floor is full of so many beeps and pings and moans and yelps, sounds of pain and suffering. Add to that the incessant parade of people coming and going out of the room with umpteen questions. Do I need spiritual care? How many times have I urinated in the past 5 hours? What percentage of my breakfast did I eat? I wanted to yell, "Leave me alone." I told my 9-year-old son about the woman who came in to ask how many times I'd peed today. And Jack said, "Isn't that a little inappropriate?" I snapped at one nurse's aide and I said, "I'm sorry, but did you actually just wake me up to ask me how much of my breakfast I ate? Don't they remember the old adage, never wake a sleeping baby?" I'm feeling like a baby at times, tearful, cranky, and wanting my mommy. Here I am in the infected aftermath of my cancer treatment, longing for my mom, who never got to have an aftermath of her cancer treatment. God, she was brave. Can I just say tomorrow would have been her birthday, too. So this is amazing. Okay. Truly, the worst thing on this hospital floor is the fall alarm. Because there are a lot of patients on this wing who are post-surgery, loopy in some way and prone to falling, they have alarms on their beds. Every time a patient, such as my very squirrely neighbor, tries to get out of bed without a nurse there to support them, the fall alarm goes off. Guess what it does? It plays Mary Had a Little Lamb. And not the Jimi Hendrix version, the nursery rhyme version, in this weirdo electronic piano riff. All day and all night I'm hearing Mary Had a Little Lamb. I am ready to slaughter Mary and her flippin' lamb. At 4 a.m. I called the nurse and I told her that I was going to go off the deep end if I heard that song one more time. I asked her to knock me out with pain meds and Benadryl. Fortunately, it was time for them anyway. She gave me the drugs and some earplugs and I got a couple of hours of sleep until the chaplain came in at 7 a.m. to see if I wanted support with any of my spiritual traditions. Are you kidding me? Go away. Or at least come back after they've loaded me up on hospital hash browns and my beloved husband Jeff has brought me a supersized half-calf Starbucks. The only spiritual tradition that I want support with at 7 o'clock in the morning is the ancient, deeply meaningful spiritual practice I like to call sleep. Can I get an amen? Amen. Okay. An insane amount of action takes place outside below my room. I am right above the garbage hauling area of the hospital. Regular garbage, biohazardous waste, recycling, linen deliveries, dishes, and trays from the main hospital all come through the loading dock right outside my room. All of it involves dumpsters being emptied and lots of trucks backing up with beeping noises. Between the noises, the nurse's call bell, which rings anytime someone needs something, the IV alarms when medication bags are empty, and Mary, this is just a loud place to be. As I lay here trying to rest yesterday amidst all the bells and beeps, I was envisioning the Will Ferrell, Christopher Walken, More Cowbell sketch on Saturday Night Live, changing the words to, "I've got a fever, and the only prescription is less cowbell." I laughed alone in my bed. Jeff brought me a pint of Haagen-Dazs Rocky Road tonight, and I think I'll pop on a movie and eat the whole damn thing. That's how Mama rolls when she's been in the same t-shirt for 4 days. Being hooked up to 10 feet of IV tubing means you can't shower or even change your shirt, but at least my hair is clean. Jeff came yesterday and washed it for me in the sink and blew it dry. He even brought my yummy smelling products from home. It was divine. The man is reaching new levels of sainthood every day. My favorite nurse and front desk clerk from my surgeon's office came by to visit, and they arrived as Jeff was shampooing me. Upon seeing this, one of them said, "Oh my God, do you have a brother?" Whoever says you can't meet a decent guy in a bar clearly has not met my husband. It looks like I'll certainly be here through the week. My doctor is well aware that come hell or high water, I intend to be on a plane to Arizona next Wednesday for a family trip to see the Giants in spring training. I'll be the crazy lady in the stands screaming her lungs out with a boob drain pinned to the inside of her Matt Cain t-shirt. Sexy! Oh, there's Mary and her lamb again. Why do they have to play the whole song twice? How about just a little beep or something, or at least give us the Stevie Ray Vaughan version? I've complained about it to the nurses. They all say it makes them completely mental, too. Last night, I had another vision. I couldn't help thinking of that chilling scene in Clockwork Orange, where the dude's eyes are held open by toothpicks, and he's forced to watch a traumatic video. I felt similarly, like my ears were being held open, and I had to endure this horrific, creepy electronica nursery rhyme over and over and over again. We should stop waterboarding detainees and start playing this psycho nursery rhyme instead. I'd tell anybody anything they wanted to know if they would just make it stop.